Hi, everybody. One of the things that I read regularly that comes into my mailbox, is a reading from Joan Chittister. Do you know her? She is a Roman Catholic sister, and not far from here. I think she's in Erie. I could be wrong. I think she's in Erie, Pennsylvania, though. But she writes a lot of books, and a really good one on the 10, no, is it the 10 Commandments? Yes, she did that one, but also on the Beatitudes. Really, really good insights. Anyway, I receive a weekly e-newsletter from her. It's called Vision and Viewpoint. And sometime recently, I confess I don't read these always when they come in. Very recently. This was on June 20th. She sent this one out that's called Both Gift and Grace. And we have just been talking about prayer yesterday and God waves and being attuned to it. And this, then I read this right after I recorded the last one, and I thought, oh, that's got God's fingerprints all over it. I guess I'm supposed to read this one next. So here's what she has to say, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. Both gift and grace. Many of the prayers we say have been passed down to us for generations. The Psalms, for instance, mark the cry of the human spirit across time. The scriptures speak of peoples and prayers over 20 centuries before us. Prayers such as these in every culture carry the wisdom of the past to enlighten the insights of the present. These prayers are venerable, a history of the unchanging human spirit, but they do not guarantee that those who say them will ever be prayerful people. They tell us only that people pray. Prayerfulness, on the other hand, is the capacity to walk in touch with God through everything in life. It is the internal awareness that God is with me, now, here, in this, always. It is an awareness of the continuing presence of God. It is my dialogue with the living God who inhabits my world in spirit and in mine. Prayerfulness sees God everywhere. Prayerfulness talks to God everywhere. Prayerfulness submits the uncertainties of the moment to the scrutiny of the internal eyes of God. Listen to that again. Submits the uncertainties of the moment to the scrutiny of the internal eyes of God. It trusts that no matter how malevolent the situation may be, I can walk through it unharmed because God is with me. Prayerfulness is both gift and grace, both a natural disposition and a quality of soul to be developed. But develop it. Prayerfulness is fostered by the simple consciousness that God is. That God is near to us all the time. That God is closer to us than the breath we breathe. That God is available, a silence in the midst of chaos, a voice in the midst of confusion, a promise at the center of the tumult. If I ask and I listen and I reach out and I fill my heart with the words of the one who is the Word, then I will be answered. Somehow the path will become clear. This is excerpted from one of her books, which is called The Breath of the Soul. Reflections on Prayer, The Breath of the Soul by Joan Chittister. I love this. This seems to take what we have been talking about and just put it so succinctly and so gently, I think. I don't know what spoke to you as you were listening to me read, but that idea of the internal eyes of God, that certainly is part of it. It's fostered in the simple consciousness that God is. When we reach that point of affirming, saying, affirming, thinking, realizing, breathing the fact that God is, that is prayer. That's prayerfulness right there. And as I have said many, many times in many situations, you can talk about prayer all you want. You can talk about faith all you want. You can read about it. You can watch movies about it. You can read other people's prayers. It doesn't mean that you pray. And it's not the same until you do. Whatever prayer is for you, it's that awareness and that intent that we've been talking about this week. So as we get farther into this first week of the new season, and I asked you a few days ago, what season are you in your life? Maybe we are being ushered into a season of prayer. Wouldn't that be grand? I hope you have a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you back here next time. Thanks for joining me for the Prayerful Pause with the Pastor. And I'm Pastor Deb Swift of South Presbyterian Church in Rochester, New York. Until next time, God bless. Take care. Bye for now.